Hello and welcome. I'm Inverter Umbra and this is Dwarf Fortress, Basement Born. So sorry about last episode getting cut a little short. The game crashed, um, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to go back and try to redo everything. So I've kind of changed the design layout up here. It didn't send me too far back, but it was enough to be a little bit of a problem. So I changed how I was doing this up here. So let's see. Let's use K. And then, so I made a retracting, or not retracting, a raising bridge over here. Down below, I doubled up the wall because I can't put a floor underneath the bridge. I moved the door over here to over here. I don't have the door placed yet, but I will. Um, that's just so I could double up the wall and make sure there was no gaps that I had to worry about. I started a little bit over here. Once these walls get finished, I will go ahead and put a cap on this, and then I'll worry about getting the rest of it capped off as well. Though the rest of it is not so important. I get the cap as I get the fortifications and get these stairs removed so you can't get up there like that. And then I went down and I redug out all this and re-got the stairs set up so that they were doing the right thing. And we're back to where we were. So hopefully this time we can get through without crashing too much. So I'm going to dig a big room out right now. You know what? I'm going to actually just leave a little doorway right there, which optimally is not the best for your processor. Ideally, you want to have as few paths as possible. Um, let's see, what is this? This was that galena. So that's lead and silver. Silver's moderately useful. I can at least make some crafts out of it, and I can have my dwarves practice with it. Um, the the galena or the what is it? Tetrahedrite, which is usually copper and silver, more copper than silver, is the one I'm really hoping to get a lot of. So this isn't going to look as nice down here. This is really just going to be a mining layer. And I want to try and get as much of it as I can without exposing my fortress to any danger just yet. So we're going to let these guys go ahead and mine. I do know... is that really... I was hoping that they would get this. Our hunters have been doing some work trying to get some animals, but it doesn't look like they've managed... Oh wow, it was up high when they shot it. It doesn't look like we managed to actually bring anything down. So, unfortunate for that, but... let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got any... Oh, wait. Let's check the stockpile. Mussel shells, turtle shells. Yep, looks like it's all just what we've managed to get from our fishers, which is good, which probably means our food stockpiles are doing pretty well. Fish is at 40. That's good. Maybe later when I want to try and keep my dwarves' moods up really high, I'll try cooking a bit of the food. But for right now, as long as we're good on drink and we're good on food, though I may want to make some more drink at some point soon. I queued up the beds. Oh, and so we can go ahead and build those beds. Let's see. Get these set up so if we get that next migrant wave and it's a big one, which I kind of doubt. We didn't really have too much prosperity um, throughout a fort. But if it is a big one, we will have an extra 20 beds. So right now we have 18, and we have 20 beds set up. So after this, we'll be able to take about 22 more dwarves without having too much worry. And there. Alright, so that's all set up. Um, as soon as I get that mining done down there, I don't know if I want to establish a forge down here that uses wood, or if I want to try and go deeper and see if I can find some magma. Because ideally, magma forges, they don't require you to turn wood into anything else. They're powered by the magma, which is a little unrealistic, but I'm going to use it if I can. Um, it does look like we got more of the tehedrite. So I'm going to use a trick with... I hope I can still remember how to do this. Um, with DF hack, and it's something like dig V? Yeah, there we go. Dig vein. And all that does is it allows you to set up a path for them to dig that's going to get the most out of that vein. I don't really like to use it too much, but in this case, it'll make sure we get all the tehedrite without me having to cut open big swaths of it. So we have more gold, which we're kind of abundant on gold. Um, really, ideally, copper is the way to go for weapons, materials, and stuff like that. Um, hmm, let's see. Oop, wrong buttons. Let's go ahead and dig this out. And then, do I want to start exploring the lower levels? I think I do. After they get this dug out, I'm going to start setting up some lower level exploration. Hmm. Let's see here. It's going to be a lot of floors to do that. Maybe I should... So we're going to set up a temporary workshop over here. And it's just going to kind of mirror the carpenter's workshop. Right here. And I think I'm going to set up a wood burner. And what a wood burner does is they make charcoal. And the charcoal can be used to power forges and things like that, just so you can start smelting. And I want to get to where I can smelt and forge copper bolts. Um, what happened to sound sense? Uh, nothing's playing. Alright. Oh, I believe I read something about this. It's there's supposed to be pauses in the music to give you a little bit of a breather, or kind of clear the ears, I guess. I don't know. So let's see. And I think it's about time that I start setting up hotkeys for this. Now, obviously, there's already hotkeys and stuff like that. Oh, there's the music pack. But the hotkey I want to use, it is called hotkeys, and you hit H, and we're going to hit F1, and then we want to zoom right here. And then I want to change the name, and that's going to be farm. Oh, not fram. Farm. And that way, if I'm down a couple levels and I hit F2, it takes me back to the farm. And then let's set up another one here. We'll call this one, let's see, zoom here. And we'll call this one the hall. Short for dining hall or the meeting hall or whatever, but that'll allow me to zoom between the two pretty quickly. And I'll set this one up to be gate at some point, but right now I don't feel it's immediately necessary, but I can quickly flip between um, going down here, going up here. So let's see. It does look like that setup, so let's build, let's do this, set up some floors. So winter is upon us. Let's see. that set up. Uh, just use whatever I've got there to try and get this set up. And then I think I need to set up some more trees to be chopped down. So we're going to set up these three right here. And then to the south, you know what? I want to keep a wide berth around. So we're going to clear out all trees that are here. And then over here. And that should give me a wide arrangement. I don't have to worry about things climbing up, at least immediately. Ideally, even with this, what you'd want to do is actually set your fortifications out one so that they couldn't just climb up and then over the fortifications. But I'm hoping with the dwarves being right there, they'll be able to get most of them. I'm not going to cheese it too much on this. Just some basic things get done. And as soon as I can get those bolts being made, I can set up the military. Though I would love to get some leather before that. Let's see. Alright. So let's go ahead and set up this new workshop. I gotta remember that I have those hotkeys. So build, workshop, or actually it's, oh, I can't remember what it is. I know what it is for lava, but for, E, for furnaces. And then I want a wood furnace. And we're going to use that right there. Make it out of obsidian, because you need it to be a, you can't make it out of wood. Makes sense. And then we're going to set up a smelter down here, and this is all just temporary. Make it out of andesite, and then do a workshop, and do a metalsmith's forge. And now they're going to have to drag the anvil all the way down here, but hopefully this will allow us to start smelting up some of the bolts, and get some of our dwarves some practice with that. Also, let's go ahead and dig a downstair right over. You know, I want somewhere where I can seal it off potentially. Eventually, I'll make this look much nicer, but so let's do this and go down. You know, stop there. See where that puts our dwarves, and just let them run. Um, so now we got a miner who's starting. We struck some more gold. Not not the greatest find, but yeah, we got it. Alright, so we found another cavern. And fortunately the game has paused it for us. So with this cavern, let's see, dig. Let's cancel all this designation. Ugh, sorry. And all the way back up here. So we got one stair going down. And then we got this. So this is the second cavern layer. So like I said, there's usually three. And I was kind of hoping to run into magma here. And there might be some on this layer. But as of right now, we haven't found any. There's also some really interesting trees here. Tunnel tube. Um, what is this? Black cap. And then there's just, looks like some gemstones. Nothing, no major materials or metals. I'm probably going to try and find a way to bypass this layer as well. So I think we're about here. And then let's check just going down. Alright, so let's do D, then I. Get it on the right level. Alright. So we'll do up, down, stairs, and just bypass it entirely. up here. So I want to set these to be upstairs. Oh, I got that off again. Oh well. Those three will be upstairs. And then go all the way back down. I'm using a lot of these 2x2 tunnels. These are not the most optimal. They're just what's easiest for me. I used to do a lot of 3x3. Um, but then I kind of figured out once you get down to here, the only thing that needs 3x3 is caravans. And you don't really need to have caravans going all the way down here unless you've got a really deeply built fortress. So let's D and then H. Alright, so they're going to channel that out when they get a second. And I'm going to quickly change, while that's going on, change these guys back to construction. So that they'll do it again. And since I don't have a plethora of construction going on. Let's go ahead and go back up here real quick. Get that message out of there. Alright, so they're building the floor. Why aren't they building that one? Why is it suspended? Let's unsuspend that. And actually, let's unsuspend this one now, so it should be good. Alright, so maybe they'll get that built soon. And my animals have enough pasture to really eat. I'm still toying with the idea of going ahead and slaughtering the horses. They don't really have much benefit to me other than meat and leather. It's just I'm not certain I want to get rid of the breeding pair I have. But having a whole bunch of different animals is not necessarily a good thing, so just something I'll have to give some thought to. Alright, so we got that removed. We're going to build another upstairs. So a lot of this is kind of going to be a constructive episode where we just do a lot of building. And then I'm hoping there's a dwarf on the way to do that. And then there'll be dwarves on the way to start digging this. Alright, there's at least one. Now it is a little bit ways down for them to get here. And so I'm hoping with the third layer maybe we will find a magma tube. If I just don't find one by the third layer, the next option is probably just the magma sea, which doesn't really appeal to me. Ooh, what is this? Gabbro. Alright, let's pause real quick. Alright. So we didn't find anything yet. Just bring it down. Ooh, Fisher Dwarf. Interrupted by a black mamba. Let's zoom to location real quick. So somewhere around here. Oh, there he is. It seems like the black mamba is more scared than we are. Let's zoom to this location real quick just to quickly get back down. And see what we can do, what we can find. I know this probably looks really exciting. Alright, so we reached all the way down here and still didn't find anything. So we're going to dig. We're going to keep it going. And then I'm just going to go down pretty deep. We're going to go down to 60 and see what happens. You know, we might actually have just punched through it without realizing. Um, so I might need to do some exploratory mining around here. So let's see. So let's set up a manager's job. So they're back to making those. Is it charcoal? Make charcoal. There we go. And I want to make 20. And I'm fairly certain I have wood burners. Um, may need some more wood. But no, they're cutting it down. He's getting all the trees cleared out from around I almost called it a fortress, but right now it's more of an outpost. Let's see. So this is when things should start getting, let's see, we're midwinter, early spring. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't seen goblins or kobolds yet. Usually you get at least one or two to try and make a theft or something like that. Oh, marble. Well, if we find any ores of iron, that'll allow us to make steel. Ah, we have discovered a deep underground cavern. We've discovered a magma pool. Alright. And the magma pool goes way deep. Alright. So let's not allow them to do that. But it is good that we've now found this. And upstairs. Alright, let them go for that. I kind of want to... Animal has grown to become a stray yak bull. Animals. Cabby pup, puppy, yak bull. I don't think I need you, so I'm going to set you to be slaughtered. And duckling, I don't think I really need. And you know what, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the horses. We're going to keep the foal around for a little bit until they grow up, just to get more material out of them. Which sounds kind of gruesome in retrospect, but it's what we have to do. Now I'm trying to decide if the idea of a pump stack to get that magma up would be a good idea. Or, let's see, if I get down to here and set up a... You know, I think I'm going to wait on that for just a little bit. But we are going to set up some stuff to be... Let's see. Oh, smelter's not quite set up. What did it need? Needs masonry. Okay. So one of my mason dwarfs needs to just get down here and do that. And then the anvil, of course. Can I... Let's tell it to make some copper, because that's what I have. Bolts. See if they'll go ahead and do that. See if I can get a dwarf to get that started. And since my miners are pretty much done with their jobs, I'm going to... Ooh, is this still the craft store workshop? I'm going to remove that. And then I'm going to set this to be mined. let our miners get those ready, and these as well. All right, so I think we're gonna stop right there for today. Um, we've made some progress. We've caught back up. Our dwarves are getting ready to start smelting their first metals. Um, I still need to get a mason dwarf to do that, so I'll try and look on the dwarf therapist between episodes and see if I've got a sort, shortage shortage of mason dwarves, and then hopefully we'll get that back running, and we'll start melting down all the copper we can, and all the we'll get a whole bunch of silver to go with it and some lead. I'm not sure what I could use the lead for, but maybe something useful. But we'll get all that melted down and ready to go, and then I don't know how long I want to wait before I try to. I need to set a hotkey down here before I try to get to that magma pool. I might do some exploratory mining up on this layer, or actually be this layer, and see if there's anywhere where it maybe bypasses. But until then, I'm Inverta Umbra, and this has been Dwarf Fortress. Have a good one.